Hi, Cancer. This is going to be your reading from September 20th through the 27th. It's good for the Sun, Rising, Moon, and Venus sign of Cancer. Keep in mind this is a general reading. It will not resonate with everyone that watches. If it doesn't resonate, try checking your Rising, Moon, or Venus sign on this channel. You could find messages there instead, or just try back next week. There are 8 billion people on the planet. I am reading for the Sun, Rising, Moon, and Venus sign. Lots of cross watchers come in and watch too. So I'll pick up on the energy and deliver the messages for whomever needs to hear it the most. If you'd like a private reading, the link to my website's in the description below. All right, let's get into it. I think you guys are going to have an interesting week. I used a couple different oracle cards to touch on a few different parts of your life. I'm going to do a Celtic cross for you. I may or may not move into a relationship spread. We'll see where the reading goes. I just want you guys to lead me. So, what came out of my Halloween oracle deck was scrying, intuition, and apple, risk and reward in reverse. I have blind spots, skull of darkness at the bottom of the deck. So, I think this week you guys might have a hard time listening to hearing your intuition really well in a situation, and as a result you're not sure if you can take a risk, because this is risk versus reward. Like, if I take a risk I might get a reward, but I think you're having a hard time hearing your intuition. That's because there are some blind spots, like that one spot when you're driving and you go to pull over and there's a car there that you didn't see. So there will be some blind spots that you need to check. Like, don't just look in the rearview mirror and the side mirrors this week with any situation in your life. If your intuition is heightened and you're not sure you can take a risk, it's because you have a blind spot. There may be a forgiveness that needs to take place as well. I think that it's important to remain impartial this week. Some of you might be dealing with a Libra or a Sagittarius. There is some trickery around you, and you need to know that. You may take a risk in a situation and your intuition is off. So it's really important to be impartial and not judgmental. Google what impartial means so if you don't understand. There's some trickery at play, or you're just in a tricky situation. Don't let anybody take advantage of you. You may have just to be really on your toes this week. I Out of my super future fortune awesome deck, I have letter and handshake. This actually looks good. You guys might receive a letter or a piece of information that you've been waiting for, and it may end on a handshake. When handshake comes out, if it's a business dealing or has to do with money or a job or something like that, that's actually really favorable. If it's in regards to a relationship, it's where everybody shakes hands and fair is fair, but there are no fireworks. But this could be some kind of news that you've been waiting for. Perhaps you're simply waiting for, like, some of you are like waiting for a job offer or waiting for an acceptance letter of some kind, or you're waiting to hear from someone so that you know where you stand with them. As far as relationships goes, this is kind of intense. I have roses are red, true love, proposition, but realization and interference. So this doesn't necessarily have to be about romantic love. You're feeling a really strong connection to a person, or perhaps they are to you. But you may have a light bulb moment this week, and you may realize that there's some interference in some part of the relationship in some way. What's come out of the tarot for you? I think you guys are at a pivot point. First of all, some of you are trying to move on to calmer waters and leave the past behind and leave baggage behind. It's a slow energy with the Six of Swords. It's a healing energy. You're in a place of transition, which is a pivot point for you. I think you want a new opportunity to come in, starting a new cycle. This could be a new career or financial opportunity that will manifest into abundance. I do also notice that this hand is giving this pentacle and someone else is moving away, like, no, too little too late, or I feel some trickery. No offense, but yeah, we're just going to have to shake on it. This isn't a high enough salary for me, or this isn't exactly what I was looking for, but we'll just leave that where it is. Oh, hang on a second, you guys, I'm really hoarse. Sorry, I had to clear my throat. I knew I was about to lose my voice. So, wanting to start a new cycle and leave the past behind. Or somebody might be handing you something and you're like, nope, I'm moving on. This isn't enough for me. Or that could be happening in reverse. What will be the challenge this week for Cancer? Aside from the fact that their intuition needs to be heard a little bit better and there's a blind spot here, Could be interference, of course, with the trickery card. Justice. Some of you are dealing with a Libra. Some of you are dealing with a court system or the court of law. You have a major choice to make this week if it's nothing like that. You may owe somebody money or they may owe you money. When justice comes out, you have to stick to the truth. You have to be honest and fair. A situation does need justice. Okay. Pretty big choice. You're going to need to weigh the cause and effect before you make a choice. Make sure you check the blind spots. I don't want this to get lost in the shuffle. This is important, this blind spots. And don't be tricky and don't let anybody be tricky with you. Okay, what's driving Cancer this week? Angels, spirits, and guides. Queen of Wands in reverse. I think you're trying to reestablish your sense of self. And the Page of Pentacles. Some of you, this could be a job with the Page of Pentacles here, or you're just dealing with a young earth sign. This is a skill development. This is a financial opportunity. You do want it to manifest into the 3D. But with the Queen of Wands in reverse, this could be a person you're moving away from, or this is where we reestablish our sense of self. You could be facing like the need to feel more confident or respectful of yourself this week. You may be feeling kind of introverted. Two of Wands in reverse. I see that you're very focused on your own personal goals. You were maybe at a crossroads with a situation for a while, and now you've decided to divest and turn back around. I don't think you have much of a plan moving forward. This is more about inner alignment. This wants to go back, but it wanted to come out. Make sure you're confident moving forward. Okay, what happened in the past that's affecting the present moment the most? No, that's not it. What happened in the past that's affecting the present moment? Page of Cups. Someone opened up emotionally, but lots of racing thoughts, moved it too quickly. You rethought the whole thing. Okay, so you might have started to explore something emotionally. This could be like a little apology or a little, like a creative opportunity. You were curious emotionally, but the Knight of Swords in reverse is like a lot of racing thoughts, and somebody either wouldn't take a risk and wouldn't do the breakthrough, or someone went rushing in way too quick. The Knight of Swords in reverse suggests a restlessness, an impulsivity, burnout, wants action, but can't really seize the moment. Just didn't have that breakthrough. It might have been because someone dipped their toe in the water, but then either went rushing in too quick because their judgment was clouded, or just wouldn't take the risk, wouldn't put any momentum behind it. I think you're trying to move towards something that's more grounded in the 3D with the Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. I think somebody was, I'm getting kind of a negative vibe off of this. Somebody did something without thinking. Someone made a rash decision. The Knight of Swords in reverse can even be a person who's kind of dangerous, or just goes rushing in like a lunatic and doesn't think, or just won't. You either go rushing in and do something really stupid that you regret, or you overthink it and you're like, I'm out of my league. I can't deal with this. I can't take this risk. It might have been tempting though. So either that happened with another person or within yourself. Okay, what is Spirit telling them to do? What is their soul telling them to do? King of Swords in reverse. Be smart. Some of you are dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, maybe. Not necessarily, though. The King of Swords defines the truth. He sticks to the truth. He's very honest and very fair, but he doesn't show a lot of emotion. He's very detached. So your guides are saying to you, operate out of a place of mental clarity. And the King of Swords has intellectual power. He does represent authority because he represents truth. He has very high standards. He can be kind of my way or the highway. But when you're trying to make a fair, just decision, your guides are saying, get all the way into King energy and be very smart and very honest. Judgment in reverse, Scorpio energy. Ignore your inner critic. Don't ignore the inner calling. This might be a person that you're dealing with, Cancer, that just they're like, nope, I'm the one that's right in this situation, and I'm not walking through this door with you. I can't hear the inner calling. There will be no rebirth. Or this could be you saying, no, I suspect you might be having a power struggle with someone, and there's been no rebirth between the two of you, or it's just not the right time to walk through the door and make a final judgment call about something. You are very hopeful. You're moving towards a place of renewal, though. And your guides are saying, have hope. Focus on being positive, motivated, and free. Some of you are dealing with an Aquarius here, maybe. Focus on positivity. Focus on your North Star and bringing balance to the situation. If it's relationships, some of you kind of want to just be casual because you're not feeling super fiery. All right, what's coming in for Cancer? What's coming in for Cancer? Eight of Wands in reverse. Frustration, slow communication. Make sure you're not resistant to change. Somebody might be resistant to change with you. The Eight of Wands is delays, going in for internal alignment. Watch out for impulsivity, especially with this Knight of Swords in reverse and the Eight of Wands in reverse. Someone around you could be impulsive. You could be having a lot of racing thoughts, but I see, the Eight of Wands is where we shoot out many arrows and we come into alignment very quickly with another person or multiple people even. It's a passionate exchange. This is whatever, things will move slowly. You may not receive a communication from someone. I think that, this is a divestment in a situation that you're not interested in or someone else around you isn't interested in. How does Cancer see themselves? How do they see themselves this week? Two cards. You see yourself as the Ace of Wands in reverse and the Four of Pentacles in reverse. I think you're in the middle of a transition, Cancer, and I think some of you are more focused on the Pentacle realm and getting your self-esteem and your confidence and establishing a strong sense of self is what you're working on here with the Queen of Wands. I think that nothing new is really coming in as far as relationship, or I think some of you are trying to make a career shift as well, possibly. There's just been delays. And maybe you're feeling a little distracted right now. I think some of you are in the process of letting something go that you were hanging on to. I think it was difficult for you to let go of it, but I think you realize there's no growth potential in a situation. I think you're trying to stand in your power and be smart. I think you're still working on a healing process, and I think an ascension with judgment will come. Either that or you've gotten a Scorpio out of your life and you're moving towards an Aquarius, perhaps. Also, I think watch out with your resources this week, like funds and whatever you consider a pentacle. Make sure that you're not overspending. This could be financial issues. What are hidden factors? What are hidden factors? Something going on around them. Five of Pentacles. Someone, okay. Look, if you're having financial issues, it's because some of you just need to budget better and you're not. You have enough to hold on to the foundation, and something new may come in for you work-wise, but you're going to have to be really careful. You could be facing feeling left out in the cold. And if this isn't the Pentacle realm, this is like just emotionally coming from a place of lack. There could also be someone around you that feels left out in the cold emotionally. If there's a person around Cancer, how do they feel about Cancer? This person doesn't have the strength to face you. Or it's a Leo that's really drained. What are Cancer's hopes and fears? Five of Cups in reverse. You're like, whatever, I'm getting over it. I'm working on positivity and motivation. I'm letting go of personal setbacks and I'm not going to live in pessimism and regret. I'm working through getting over something that I was really disappointed about. I think this is a person around you that might be very worried. If this is your partner, someone might not be working and very worried about money. And I don't know why, but I just heard speeding ticket for justice. Okay. Like somebody took a ferry to go to an island and something happened and the parking ticket didn't get paid for 9 months and now it's like a big deal. I don't know. That's a very specific message, though. I know that's not going to be true for very many of you, but I just heard that. Okay, what's the final outcome this week if they stay on present course? Six of Pentacles. You may have to be very generous in a situation, or you may be asking for some help from someone. This is giving, receiving, sharing the wealth, generosity, charity. It can also be breadcrumbing, though. So, I mean, look at this guy's face. He's like, fine, whatever, here. I'll give you what I have. In regards to finances, you guys will have enough to pay the bills. But I think that it's time to balance out a situation. Make sure you only give as much as you receive in return. Make sure you're not overly generous, expecting anything back anytime soon, because these hands are empty and are in dire need. You may need help from someone. Tell me further what's going on in relationships. How does Cancer feel about a person around them? I think you have a major choice to make. 10 of Wands. This is a burden for you. You feel burdened by the relationship. Some of you are moving. Oh my gosh, yeah. You guys might have moved recently. Something major has gone down for you. Scorpio here twice for you guys. You're tearing everything down and rebuilding. Temperance in reverse. Some of you might be rejecting a Sagittarius. So you're tearing everything down and rebuilding. The cycle that you're completing right now has been very difficult for you. You feel weighed down by burdens and extra responsibilities. I think you feel like everything, the world is like going to hell in a handbasket or just crazy. But with Temperance in reverse here, you've been running hot and cold. You haven't been able to have healing, balance, or peace. There's been some excessiveness as opposed to moderation and balance. So I think you're not really sure how to approach a person moving forward. We could have a Capricorn in the mix or just a lot of passion. You could have a person around you who wants an unconventional relationship. It's very fueled by passion. Okay, tell me a little bit further about the person around Cancer. How did they feel about Cancer? What's going on with them? This person's in a place of transition. They might not want to get together for a homecoming with you. You both might be moving out, moving on, just not feeling it in this situation anymore. This person's focused more on inner harmony, but I don't know that they want to get together for a homecoming. This person also has issues financially as well, or with justice here, this could be a divorce. This person either overinvests in the pentacle realm, or they are inept in this way, or they're just not being very grounded and very supportive. They might even be manipulative with resources, or they're having a hard time being goal-driven or practical within this relationship. What action are they going to take towards Cancer? You guys could be having financial issues as well. The Magician. Well, this person's very calculated. They know what they're doing. Tell me more about this Magician. The Page of Wands. They want to discover more. This person's in a mode of discovery. They can't get something off their mind, but they're trying to figure out what to do. Timing has been an issue. Lots of ups and downs. I think you guys are breaking cycles, but I think you might feel as though you've experienced some bad luck, bad fate, bad timing, but something might be blocked. The universe might be really giving you an opportunity with the Tower here to break a cycle, and like correct some karma in some way. Listen to your intuition. Okay. There's new things coming in here. With the Empress, the Ace of Cups, and the High Priestess, you're going to need to listen to your intuition. We could have a Libra here. Someone's having a hard time walking away, but they have no long-term plan. Okay. So I don't know why I just heard somebody's waiting for somebody's mother to die, which is weird. Okay. Yeah. So that's what's going on for you guys. Just remember to be impartial. There's trickery. You could receive some news this week that you like, but get to the bottom of what the interference is. I think you're going to have some light bulb moments about a connection that you feel very strongly about, but you're having a hard time taking a risk, or if you're getting into risky behavior in situations, it's because your intuition is incorrect or you're not listening to it. So listen to your intuition, consider the risk and reward, and definitely look at those blind spots. They could help you make some better decisions moving forward this week or avoid some stuff. Yeah, spicy week. Okay, Cancer, that's what I have for you guys. I'm always listening to the universe for you. Take care of yourselves. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.